Hello, Pankhurst, and welcome to your first math lesson this week. So today is Monday, the 1st of February 2021, and your lesson today is about subtracting pounds and pence. So your learning objective is, can I subtract amounts of pounds and pence? So in today's lesson, we will be learning the following. We will be learning to subtract money using coins and by exchanging £1 for 100 pence. Okay. To use a number line to count on or back to calculate the difference between two amounts. Now, what I'd like you to do is pause the video and grab yourself a mini whiteboard and pen or a paper and a pencil. Okay. So now, for our starter, I want you to have a look at this question and work it out. It says, how many pennies are in £1? How many pennies are in £5? So I had actually told you last week how many pennies are in a pound. So if there's 100 pennies in £1, how many do you think are in £5? Pause the video now and do this activity. Okay, so we're going to match these up. Okay, so basically, if I know £1 has 100 pennies, how many does £5 have? Shall we count in hundreds? 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. So £5 has 500 pennies. Fantastic. So now, how much do you think £1 50 has? So if £1 is 100, okay, so if £1 is 100 and 50p is already 50 pennies because it's already pennies, how many pennies do I have altogether? Fantastic. So £1 and 50p is 150p. Okay, now let's do £5.50. So £5 and 50p means £5.50. So I know I need to turn £5 into pennies, but 50p already means 50. Okay, so now shall we work out again what £5 is? Yeah, if one pound is 100 pennies, we're going to count in hundreds. Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So £5 is 500. So 500 add 50p means 550 pennies. Okay, which means that £15 is 1,500 pennies. Shall we work it out? Okay, so I need to count to 15, so I'm going to use 2 hands and then one more to make 15, because 5, 10, 15. Okay, now I'm going to count in hundreds. Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, and 1,500. So £15 has 1,500 pennies. Fantastic. Okay, if you got that all right. Now we are going to do our guided practice. So it says here the mathstronaut has £3 and 70p. He spends £2.20. Okay, how much money does he have left? Okay, if you can pause the video and work that out for me. Okay, fantastic. So you would have probably worked it out in two ways. One of the ways you would have worked it out is by removing the coins. So over here, let's count how much he has. He has £2 plus £1, which is £3, plus 20, 40, 60, 70p. And he uses £2.20p. So I'm going to move £2.20p. So how much does he have left? Fantastic. He has £1, 30p left. Okay. Another way you could have done it is by working it out. Okay. So you would have probably done your takeaway. So you would have probably done £3.70. Yeah. Takeaway £2.20. And this is how you could have found the answer, or you would have found the answer if you did the takeaway. So I'm going to do, remember your place values, okay? You need to remember your place value grid, 100, tens, and ones. So you know when we're talking about money and we say £3 and 70p, and always means this decimal point here. So now let's work out what the answer is. 0 take away 0 means 0. 7 take away 2. So I have 7. Yeah. Take away 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Then I need to remember to put my decimal point there. Then I have 3. Take away 2 equals 1. So that is what your answer should have been. And I'm just going to check it against my coins to see if it's correct. I have £1. I have 20, 40, 50p. So my answer is £1.50. Okay. So the mathstronaut has £1.50 left. So let's do guided practice number 2. It says here, Jemima has £6. Joe has £3.65p, yeah, which means £3.65p. Okay, how much more money does Jemima have than Joe? Explain how using a number line helps us find the answer. So I have a number line here. Can you try and see how you would work it out using a number line? Remember to always start off with whatever your lowest number is. So I'm going to put £3.65. Okay, and I'm going to stop here at £6. Okay, so if you can work this out, and then I will show you how I did it. Okay, I just want to see how you did it. Okay, using my money knowledge, I am going to first round it up to the nearest 10 because I can use a 5p to bring it to the nearest 10. So I am going to use 5p, which means now I have £3.70. Okay, now I'm going to bring it to the next 10 because I think it will be the easiest thing to do. So now I'm going to use 10p to bring it to the next 10. So which means it is going to be 380. Now, for me to bring it to the next pound, which will be £4, how many pennies would I need? So I'm on 80 pence and I need to bring it to 100 to the next pound, okay? So 80, 90, 100. So I need 20p, okay? Now I have £4, but I need to get to £6 because that's how much Jemima has. Now, if I'm on £4, how can I get to 6? I can use £1. Yeah, so 1, 4, 5, 6. So that is my £1. So I'll be using two £1 coins. Well, the easiest way will be to use a £2 coin. So I am going to use a £2 coin. Now I'm going to add all these together. Okay, so if I add all these together, it will be £2 plus 20p plus 10p plus 5p, which means Jemima has Jemima has £2.35p more than Joe. Okay, so how much more money does Jemima have than Joe? So Jemima has £2.35p more than Joe. So what I did here was, let me just explain to you. So what I did here was I used how much Joe has to get to how much Jemima has. And then I added all my monies that I used to get to Jemima's together to get my answer, which was £2.35. Okay, so now guided practice number 3. Okay, so guided practice number 3 says the red astronaut buys one football for £3.40p. The yellow astronaut buys 3 balls. Okay, so how much more did he spend? So over here, the red astronaut has bought one ball, which is £3.40p. So if I think about £3.40p and I change it to pennies, that means £3 is 300 pennies and £4 is 40 pennies. Okay, so what I can do is I can do 340 if I use my place value knowledge. So 100, tens and ones. Okay, and I can times that by 3 because one cost £3.40, but the yellow had 3, so I'm going to times that by 3. So let's use our times knowledge. Okay, so 3 times 0 is 0. Yeah, so I'm using my column multiplication method. 3 times 4 is what? Shall we count 3 times 4? So I've got 4, I've got 3, let's count it in 4s. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, so remember we're going to carry over, so I'm going to put 2 there and 1 here. Now I'm going to multiply 3 times 3, which is 9, plus the 1, which makes it 10. Now remember, here is where I need my decimal point. So the yellow astronaut, his balls cost £10. pound 20 altogether. But I need to find out how much more did he spend. So now for me to find out how much more did he spend, I need to take away the answers. Okay? I need to take away I need to take away the red Mastronauts money away from the yellow Mastronauts money. So I'm going to do my subtraction now. So £10 20, okay, take away, remember my place value, yeah, £3 40. So if I remember my place value knowledge, this is what I'm going to do. So 0 take away 0 is 0. Okay. 2 take away 4 I can't do, so I'm going to go to my friend next door. But oh, it's a 0. So I am going to turn that to a 9 and that to a 12. 12 take away 4 is what? So let's lock 12 in my head, and I'm going to count backwards using 4 fingers. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So 12 take away 4 is 8. I need to remember my dot. The 9, because remember I borrowed, so I borrowed. 9 take away 3. I'm going to lock 9 in my head, show you 3 fingers, and we're going to count backwards. 9, 8, 7, 6. So the yellow Mastronaut spent £6.80 more than the red one. Okay? Now it says here, the purple Mastronaut goes to the sports shop and spends £15. How much more does she spend than the yellow Mastronaut? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to use £15 and I am going to take it away using I am going to take away the yellow Mastronaut's money from the purple, because now we want to know how much more did she spend than the yellow Mastronaut. Okay, so if you just bear with me a second, can you work that out for me? Yeah, then I'll show you. Now let's work this out. So we are going to work out how much the purple Mastronaut spent, how much more she spent. Okay, so £15, and we're going to see how much more she spent than the yellow Mastronaut. Okay, so £15 take away £10 20, and the reason I've written £10 20 there is because that is how much the yellow Mastronaut had used, and we're trying to work out the difference between the purple and the yellow Mastronaut using column subtraction. So now we know we can do 0 take away 0. 0 take away 0 means 0 because there's nothing, but we can't do 0 take away 2, so I'm going to borrow. So my 5 is going to turn to a 4 and my 0 to a 10. So now 10 take away 2 is how much? Let's look 10 in our head and take away 2. 10, 9, 8. Okay, so 8. Now 4 take away 0, 4 take away nothing is 4. So the purple Mastronaut spent £4 80 more than the yellow astronaut. Okay? Now, okay, so here's your next guided practice question. So it says here the astronauts are calculating the difference between £8.30p, yeah, and £5.50p. So the pink astronaut has come up with this method, and the blue astronaut has come up with this method. So the pink astronaut is saying £7 minus £5 is £2, which means £1, 130 pennies minus 50 pennies is 80p. £2 and 80p equals to £2.80. Then the blue astronaut is saying £8 and 30p minus £6 is £2.30. £2 and 30p plus 50p is equals to £2.80. Now, can you discuss their different methods? Are they both correct? Which method do you prefer and why? Okay, if you just pause the video and work this out for me now. Okay, fantastic. So if you look at the first method, what the pink astronaut has done, he has used £7 from the £8 and he has used £5. And the reason he kept £1 separate was because he needed to make 30p a bigger number to take it away from 50, because you can't do 30. You can't do 50, you can't do 30 take away 50, because I mean 50 is a bigger number than 30. So he had to leave a £1 extra to turn it into 100 pennies. Okay, which means he made 130p because he left the pound here. Okay, so he made 130p minus 50p, which gives him 80. So now if he does £2 add 80p, it gives him £2.80, and that is correct. Okay, so they're both correct. Over here, the blue astronaut has changed the £5.50 into £6. So he's rounded it up by using 50p. Okay, he's rounded it up by using 50p. So £8 and 30p minus £6 gives you £2.30. But he still has the 50p that he used, so he needs to add that on. So £2 and 30p plus 50p gives you £2.80. So they are both correct. The reason they are correct is because the pink astronaut used £1 and exchanged it to 100 to make it 130p's to minus 50p. And then the blue astronaut compensated the £5.50 by adding on a 50p to make it £6. Yeah? So now those are correct. Okay, now which method do you prefer and why? Can you write it down for me? Fantastic. Now, your independent task. Now it's your turn. Choose between activity 1 and activity 2. Then you could challenge yourself with activity 3. So activity 1 says, draw a number line to find the difference between each pair of amounts. Okay, so it says here the difference between 7 and 85p and 10p. Okay, so you need to find the difference between these amounts using a number line. Okay, so the next one is, so this means your number line will start from, for A, your number line will start from, for example, £7.85, and you need to use your money knowledge to know how you'll go up, yeah, what you'll go up in to get to £10 and so forth. So for example, for B, you will have £1.39 there and £4.50 there, and you're going to work out how which monies you're going to use to go up to get to that total amount. Okay, now activity 2, draw a number line. So draw number lines to help you to solve the problems. Okay, so 2A says how much more does his sister spend than Jack? So it says here, Jack buys a t-shirt, his sister buys 2 pairs of socks. His brother buys a pair of jeans and a pair of socks. So it says here, how much more does his sister spend than Jack? So Jack has bought a t-shirt, which is £4.60, and his sister has bought 2 pairs of socks. So 1 pair of socks is £3.50, which means 2 pairs of socks will be £7. So how much more has she spent? Okay, you make sure you use a number line to help you solve the problems. Okay, then activity number 3 is a challenge. And over here it says Amir and Rosie use a number line to subtract £5 and 75p from £8. Okay, so they've got £8 here and they've subtracted £5 75p. So £5 75p, and then that was Rosie's method. And it says here, Amir and Rosie both get £2.25 as their answer. Explain each of these methods to your partner, so to your adult, yeah, or your sibling. Whose method do you prefer and why? Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, Pankhurst. All I need you to do is rewind the video to the activity that you need to do, and pause it. Now remember, you should be choosing the activity according to what you would have been given in class, okay? So now do your activity and make sure you remember to post your work onto Tapestry. I look forward to seeing it and seeing your next lesson. Goodbye.